Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we are going to be talking about that new moon that is happening at 4 degrees of Pisces and how you should be utilizing that energy to your best advantage. And so we're going to kind of get into that. Before I do that, while I'm shuffling up these cards to get ready for that, I want to take a moment to kind of do a little housekeeping because I always forget. So I want to invite you to come over to the Tribe Empowers. It is on Facebook. I put the link below. There we work on self-empowerment through self-care and self-love. Every Wednesday there's a fresh new video where we talk about different things. It could be nutrition, it could be exercise. Right now we're currently working with cycles and energy and how to best utilize that. Wow, I'm talking super fast. It's because it's Gemini. It always happens. Sorry about that. So the other thing, the monthly videos are up, and so yours is out. And if you haven't seen that, it could be that you are not subscribed, and maybe you should be. If you are, though, if you haven't hit the notification bell, or even if you have and you haven't selected all, you may not be being notified. I also know that YouTube's been kind of like messing around with that. I don't really know what that's about. I took the astrology portion of those videos and I put them on their own video. Those now come out on Thursday morning, so you can be looking for videos from me on Monday and Thursdays. So lots of opportunities to be guided along here. I want to remind you I do private readings. That information is below. And also, Mercury is in retrograde, and Mercury rules your sign. And Mercury is in a water sign, and that's not very comfortable for you. But Mercury in retrograde in Pisces it's about really getting in there, stirring stuff up, and really it goes lots of deep stuff. And so, if you feel that you could use a little extra help, guidance, that would be me. But if you kind of just want to get some, get your chakras balanced, do some healing, I linked the information below for Nancy. She does long distance Reiki healing. So you just have a little Skype meeting with her, and super affordable, but more importantly, she's really good. And so, and it's not just energy healing. She also can heal some other things too. So check that out if you're interested at all. Okay, so let's talk about this. 4 degrees of Pisces. That is happening at 10:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States and at 7:32 a.m. on the Pacific time zone. And so I mentioned that because when you are writing your new moon intentions, it's always best to wait until after the moon is new to do that. So, but it's falling on a Sunday, which is really convenient because this particular new moon is so important. It lays the groundwork for really planting your seeds of intention for what go out for the next decade. And I say that because they are so beautifully supported by two things that are going on, and it's also the end of that first quarter this year, which everything's moving in like the cycle with Saturn. And so Saturn is getting ready to move into Aquarius. So right now this is finishing up that first sign, that first sine wave is what that first section there where we really need to decide what we want. And so the moon in Pisces is about, it's super expansive. There's no boundaries. Remember when you were a kid and they'd say, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like, well, I want to be this. I want to be a cowboy that dances like a ballerina across the sky. You know, whatever the heck it is that you want to do. There are no boundaries to what you wish for. And so it becomes really important that you write it down. So that is the energy of Pisces. And I encourage you, just what in your heart speaks to you? What do you really want? But then we have the very grounding energy on both sides. So over here, we have Mars. Mars is in 4 degrees also of Capricorn. And Mars in Capricorn says, what is the next 1 or 2 steps, maybe 3, that you can see that you can do that are really simple to start moving you toward that dream? That's it. So write those down too, and then take those action steps. And then meanwhile, on the other side of the triangle over here, creating other support, is the unknown, the surprise element of Aquarius in Taurus, where the divine suddenly shows up with opportunities and surprises. And so be willing to be flexible and to pay attention and to see what could come along the way. And so this dream that you have right now, this goal is so supported by what you can see to do and what you don't know yet, and what will be brought to you, and the opportunities. And so it's a potent opportunity that should not be squandered. So I am going to encourage you to take the time, to set some time aside on Sunday, sit down, write it out, figure it out. Oh, I keep saying on Sunday. I'm doing these on Thursday. This will be out on Monday, but you have 72 hours once the new moon happens. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I don't know what to do about that. So, write it down. Okay, I just said there's no bad time, but this is such potent energy. I really want to encourage you, if you have not done this yet, to create some time to do this. I don't know what I want to do about that. All right. Ooh, look at this. You have the High Priest. So the High Priest, knowledge, wisdom, conventional wisdom, structures. I'm actually reading what these are because it really was pulled to this book today. It says, abide by the physical and spiritual rules or suffer the consequences. A situation may require you to make a promise or sign a contract, or read everything carefully, especially the fine print, and be certain you understand the terms. An inner spiritual teacher makes him or herself known. Dreams and visions in meditation or events in life itself can make you lace up your responsibilities. Abide by the physical and spiritual rules or suffer the consequences. A situation may require you to make a promise or sign a contract. So, it's Mercury in retrograde and you are ruled by Mercury, and I really, really, really feel it's very important that you remember. It's not that you can't sign contracts. It's not that you can't start new projects. It's that you really need to pay attention to the details. Cross the T's, dot the I's, have someone else look at it, get a lawyer to look at it, be really, really willing to give it the 3, 4, 5 time go over before you do something. It feels really important for this. And so we have flexibility. We have flexibility and thriving. The thing about this is, even though Mercury's in retrograde, this is about that new moon. And so I feel like there's something that feels like it goes against conventional wisdom. It goes against what you think you should be doing. And yet it's right. It's the right thing. It just is to dream without boundaries, and don't let what other people think you're supposed to be doing dictate or limit where it is you're going, right? Because your willingness to be flexible will lead to the thriving. Your willingness to make some changes and to move things, be flexible in your thinking. Be flexible in your thinking. I want to read the thriving one. It's calling me. The African savanna. In the African savanna lives the tree of life, the baobab tree. This is a prehistoric species that predates humans. It is over 200 million years old. It has adapted and survived and thrived in harsh environments where so many other species have gone extinct. This tree can live up to 5,000 years and can reach almost 100 feet tall. It is succulent, which means that in the rainy season it absorbs and it stores the water in its enormous roots. Enormous trunk. Making up words as I go along. The water helps to produce a nutrient-dense fruit in the dry season when the land is parched and arid. This remarkable plant provides shelter, food, and water for both animals and humans. It is one of the only plants in the world that doesn't drop its fruit where it would spoil. It stays on the branch when it dries out. Then it is picked. The fruit has a 3-year shelf life. I just learned something really interesting and new. Wow, I knew about the tree. I didn't know about the fruit. That's so interesting. And then you have the bamboo and the wind, the flexibility. The symbol of the bamboo runs deep, whereas many larger, seemingly stronger trees will break in high winds. Bamboo simply bends and it sways. Its flexibility allows it to survive and even thrive where other species suffer. So both of these cards are talking a lot about your ability to survive in harsh conditions, your ability to withstand, that you are stronger maybe than you think you are. By being flexible, by working with the energies and the cycles as they go around. And so I feel like there will be, with this dream, that there might be opportunities, that might be the wrong place, where there might be spaces where it feels like nothing's growing, where it feels like the conditions are harsh to grow what it is that you want to, what you're trying to create. And that you shouldn't give up the dream, because you have the ability to be flexible, to bend, to sway with the wind, to suffer, to thrive though, right? Bamboo doesn't break. It bounces back. And when the snow melts in the spring, because the weight of the weight of the snow doesn't destroy it. It also has a strong root system that even during great storms it survives. Additionally, it is a symbol of abundance because of its rapid growth. Its upward, verdant, constant growth is used as a metaphor for fulfilling the rise of prosperity. Bamboo, you plant it, and it's like 3 to 5 years before you see anything, and then like overnight it grows like 35 feet. And it isn't really overnight, right? Because the root system has been growing and developing. And so I feel like there's a situation where it's going to seem like there's a drought, like nothing's happening, but you're doing something important. You're laying the groundwork. And so this is about you believing in yourself. This is about you really believing in yourself. So the meaning of this card is rich and varied. It cautions you to be flexible in your life, be willing to bend and to yield. There are times when you're to stand strong, but there are also times to go around a situation rather than face it head on. This card suggests that being amenable to change. It is also a fantastic card for abundance and prosperity. It suggests that if you are flexible, prosperity can and will come your way in all areas. Additionally, it suggests that a time of rapid growth is ahead. Don't resist. The time is right for the surge of spiritual growth to occur. Spiritual growth is also what we get here from the High Priest. And then we have this walk away card. There is a situation that requires you to walk away. And I think that you're afraid that you can't manage it if you do. But I think you need to. It says, let go of burdens and attachments. Surrender your ego and walk away. Feel the freedom and the enlightenment as you rise above petty matters. Find your inner voice through your quest. No one is perfect. Accept things as they are. And then you have space clearing. The appearance of this card is a serious sign that space clearing is immediately needed. Environmental space or personal space, or both, could be affected. You're being asked to let go of something really important that you have clung to, an idea, a relationship, a career. Where is this happening for you? In your 10th house of career. There is something that's not working. Where do you want to go in your career life? Where do you want to be 10 years from now? What do you really want to be doing? Because you have the frog, which is about prosperity. And the prosperity, it says prosperity, but the frog is also about clearing space. It is the leaving behind what's not serving you to move to a new lily pad, to hop lightly. So you have a lot of walking away, clearing energy, being flexible. This job or this career situation, something feels like very career oriented. The hierarchy also of the High Priest comes into play. It's also about large. Okay, so High Priest oftentimes represents things like government or like the GM Motors company, or like some huge big company, very structured, very hierarchical, right? It says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. All these cards are saying that where you are isn't working, and being willing to risk and to let yourself go forward. And the other card that came out was personal choice. And the personal choice card is about closing your eyes. And what is the first animal that springs to mind? And then do the research. Go and look up spiritual meaning of that animal. What are the attributes? What does that mean to you? I would give you some examples, but I don't want to influence what you see or think. Okay, so you're going to have to trust me on that. It becomes really important that you do that. So, wow. All right. This may be coming. I think I'm going to put these out on Thursday and put the moon report out on Monday this week. All right, so you guys, because I want everybody to have that space to work in. So you guys take care of yourselves, all right? There is a big change. There's a big change coming. You're being asked to release, let go of something that is not working for you, and be willing to spring forward to allow yourself to have a new opportunity. So what do you really want your life to look like 10 years from now? What is holding you back? I feel like there's something holding you back, and it's time to release and let yourself go. All right, you take care. And let's go on to Libra. Hey there, Libra. How are you doing? This new moon is happening at 4 degrees of Pisces. It has some beautiful support. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But while I'm shuffling these cards, I need to take care of the housekeeping. I want to remind you that the moon report is where I put the astrology. It usually comes out on Thursday. While I was doing the Gemini video, I suddenly realized I need to put this one out on Monday, because on this Thursday I'm going to put out the new moon, because I want everybody to have the opportunity and the space to meditate and to work on their new moon stuff. So hopefully this will reach a lot of people. So, sorry about that. Apparently, even though my email is closed, it was important to give me a notification. All right, so, the Tribe Empowers is my Facebook group. It's my Facebook page where we work together to self-empower through self-care and self-love. It's a building of a community, so I invite you to come and check that out. There are new videos that come out every Wednesday. Also, I do private readings, so if you're interested, the information is below. And if you are feeling like you could use a little help with Reiki from all of this Pisces energy and this energy, I have to get this message out of here. It's so distracting. It's so distracting. So if there is something that that you feel like you'd like to have your chakras balanced, or you have all the stuff that's stirred up and you just want some healing, I'm including below Nancy's Reiki information. She does it via Skype, and so it is affordable and it's easy to schedule that in. And she's really good. Wow, you have one. Okay, so there's that. Let's talk about this new moon. It is asking you, what do you really want? What is the big dream? If there were no boundaries, if you were a small child again, right? And they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like, I want to ride a unicorn while I'm lassoing the moon, and everybody will cheer me on. That's what you're being asked to do. What would be that big dream that has no boundaries, no limitations? Because it is very well supported. It's in this beautiful trine energy. On one side, at 4 degrees of Capricorn, we have Mars, the action planet. And it says, what do you need to do that's very practical and focused and simple that you can do? What are the next 2-3 steps, maybe one step that you can do right now to start moving in that direction? And then it's being supported on the other side by the hand of fate, so to speak. You have Uranus in Taurus, where when you start moving in a certain direction, all of a sudden, surprise, something happens, opportunities fall into your lap, people, things, whatever, situations. And so you're being supported by what it is you know you need to do and what it is that the Spirit knows you need also. And so this big dream, this big ask is really much more attainable than you might think. And so wow. And so be willing to dream the big dream. I did not expect to see that card for anybody ever. We'll get into that in just a second. You're like, what? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh. You have the card of the Empress. The opportunity to grow and nurture what you want. This is pure, solid creation energy. That's all that is. That is pure, solid creation energy. What is it that you want to create? This, what you plant the seeds of intention for now, really do. They go out over the next decade or so. So here we go. Unexpected gifts and blessings come to you. A possible marriage or commitment to a relationship is close. You may experience a possible pregnancy or period of creativity, travel, pleasant recreation, or social gathering will benefit you at this time. Financial security and good fortune can be yours with planning and commitment. Goddess influences are at work in your life. This is happening in your 6th house of work-life balance. But I feel like it doesn't really matter where it is. I feel like this is about you being willing to, Spirit is all over this. You being willing to decide where it is that you want to go. This is the card, Healing Chaos, that came out. So I feel like things are a little topsy-turvy. I asked for another card and they gave me flexibility. And flexibility is about you can thrive in any situation. You just need to be willing to bend, to take the opportunities, to be willing to try something new in a different way. It's the bamboo shoot. It's the bamboo tree. It's the, you plant the seed of the bamboo and it takes 3 to 5 years before you see it. But then all of a sudden it grows and it grows so fast. It'll grow like, I don't know. It looks like 35 feet overnight. I'm sure that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's really not that much of an exaggeration. It just springs up. It's seemingly out of nowhere, but it's been nourishing itself and preparing for it. The roots system is so strong, and it's willing to bend and flex in the winter when the snow comes, and it bends all the way over. But as soon as it melts, it springs back up because it's very flexible. It's very strong and has strong root system. And so give yourself a strong, solid foundation. That's what this year is about, is building that strong, solid foundation for what it is that we want to create. This is called the spiraling tornado. Energy in our universe spirals. Water spirals in the wake of the fish that swim through the storm. Air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. Moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is a spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It is not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the cadence. That's that snake. No, it's that pole with the 2 snakes that spiral around it that kind of look like DNA. Twin spiraling serpents. It is the sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as the prairie warbler, the whippoorwill, the woodpecker, the grouse, the woodcock, as well as forest salamanders, will benefit from the new landscape created by the tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for the black birds, white-tailed deer, and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes turn up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth. When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos for the need for chaos. Or the need for chaos. This could be your opportunity to turn your own life in a seemingly crazy way, because the opportunity here for growth. You have this growth card, you have this flexibility card, which is really about growth, the opportunity to create something new for yourself. And so, do you need to shake up the way things are going? Is something to keep in mind too. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternately, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate the healing, do the unexpected, mix it up a bit. Huh. Clear the energy. Okay, so, wow. So maybe I was supposed to be talking to you. I was a little surprised by what my video was for Wednesday morning on the Tribe and Powers, but it was about, I saw the wind whipping around this bed, changing the air in the room. There is a need to remove the stagnant energy out from you. So maybe you were like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to do a big change. Start by changing something small, right? It's the next small action steps. So what do you have in your life that you can clean up, that you can remove, because you change the energy around you? And so I just saw Marie Kondo. You know how she's like, she pulls all of the clothing out and dumps it in a big pile, and it looks like chaos, but through the chaos, then you figure out what's really important to you and what matters, and a lot of things disappear out of your house, and it's getting rid of the excess stuff in your life. And so that is just one aspect that could be. We have this. I know this is going to make you happy, Libra. It is called Puffin Partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let the community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So partnership could be business. Okay. I know that's not what you're thinking because you're Libra and you're like, oh, partnership, relationship. Plus the Empress said that, right? And then we have the hummingbird miracles. You are a joy bringer. You bless the world with positive love. Energy soars on shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. So both of these cards are saying you be you. You go out there and you shine. You shine. Now we have longevity, which also reminds me of the bamboo. It says, healing and revival. The worst is over now, and the immediate fortune. Oh, the worst is over now. So maybe you already got hit by the chaos, right? The worst is over. Pursue a healthy lifestyle to change the way you view yourself in the world. Be happy with the outcome. The future is promising. If you've had a recent health issue, changing your lifestyle now, planting that work-life balance, okay? And the 6th house is also about health. So do you need to make some changes in your health routines that end up serving you really well over the next decade or so? That seems really important. We have abundance and we have the sun. Oh, what a nice pairing with longevity. Okay, so you are on fire with success through the radiant energy of the sun. Dreams are coming true. Targets are being reached. Innocence is being rewarded. Your children or your creations are soaring in bright future with uplifting fortunes beckon and abundance. You are nurtured, protected, and guided by one of the most powerful deities in Taoism. The time has come to harvest all that you have sown. Continue to follow the path that is yours and yours alone. You are assured of abundant success. Wow. Abundant success. The Emperor is abundant success. Longevity. What do you guys want? Write it down. Write it down. This looks amazing. Write it down. Wow. What really great stuff you have going on here, Libra. Take advantage of this opportunity. Spend the time having the conversation with yourself. Being willing to let go of things that are not serving you anymore. But more importantly, spend some time and think about what it is that you want to create for yourself. What do you want to create for yourself? All right? You can do this. You can do this. All right. Let's move on. We're going to go and look at what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. I'm Maggie. This is Moon Directed. We are going to talk about that new moon that is happening in Pisces at 4 degrees of Pisces on Sunday, February 23rd. I was going to put these out on Monday. And I'm not really sure. So if these don't show up on Monday, don't worry so much. This new moon is very powerful, very supportive. And although it would have been great if it got out in time on Sunday, I just don't think if I put these videos out now that anybody's going to see them. And that's what I'm worried about, is that these messages are really important. So they may show up on Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I do want to invite you to come over to the Tribe Empowers and check that out. It's on Facebook. We work on self-empowerment through self-care and self-love. The monthly videos for Pisces are out if you have not seen that, or the weekly moon report, which generally comes out on Thursday, but might come out on Monday this time. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If you're not being notified when I upload videos, then check and see if you've hit that notification bell and if you've selected all, and then you'll be notified. But look for videos on Mondays and Thursdays from me. I'm available for private readings if you think that would be of benefit to you. And if you are struggling with some of this energy from the Mercury in retrograde and how it's like stirring up a lot of emotional baggage, I have in the description box below Nancy. She does long distance Skype Reiki healings. They're really good. They're extremely affordable, but she's really good. So let's talk about this new moon. This new moon is at 4 degrees. 4 degrees of Pisces, and it comes in at 10:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pacific Time would be 7:32 a.m. So you want to make sure that you're writing your new moon intention after the new moon has happened, and sit down and write it out. And this is the big ask. This is the big dream. This is the big goal. And there's no limits. There's no boundaries. The new moon in Pisces, Neptune, is expansiveness with no boundaries. It is out there. What do you want? What is your big dream? What is your big goal? There's no boundaries. Remember when you were a kid and they were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like, oh, I want to live on a mountain full that's made out of ice cream. Whatever it is, right? You can have whatever, right? Because this particular new moon is happening in the space that is very nicely protected and aspected and stabilized by two things that are going on in earth signs. And so it contains the water in a very beautiful way that's very supportive. Trine energy is the most supportive. The triangle is the most supportive geometric shape that there is. And so on one side we have Aries. No, we don't. We have Mars. Mars in Mars rules Aries. We have Mars in Capricorn, and that's the action planet. That's like, what are you going to do? What's your next 1, 2, 3 action steps that are going to move you in the direction of this big dream? That is important. You'll need to figure out what your next couple of action steps are, because on the other side, at 3 degrees and some changes, we have Taurus. In Taurus, we have Uranus that rules your sign, Aquarius. They are saying, what's the big surprise that's the universe is going to bring you? So it's like, that's the hand of fate moving in for you, bringing you unexpected help and guidance along the way. So start moving in the direction. And over here, you're getting help too. And it's kind of like the stars pointing out, you can actually create whatever you want. And it's going to play out over the next 10 to 12 years. And so this is an important time to plant the seed of intention to really go for this. So what do we have here? Oh my gosh. Okay. So you have the 7 of Swords. Every tarot card has a time frame. The 7 of Swords is actually February 9th. I know this for a reason. Okay, so this is February 9th. So this is an Aquarius thing. And the 7 of Swords, okay, it shows this guy sneaking off with his, like he stole something and he's sneaking off. I think of the 7 of Swords as creative problem solving using your intellect. it's not necessarily what everybody likes around you. I have an Aquarius child who, when he was younger and he would play online team video games, his brother, a Taurus, who likes everything, this way, very organized, like don't bring change. And he's all like, he goes in there and he pulls these moves that everybody's like, well, why would you do that? Because he wins. And as they got older and they started playing team games when they don't live together anymore, his older brother always calls him and says, will you be on my team? Because that out of the box, that crazy thinking is so successful that the Taurus wants to win, and it's a way to do it. So it actually works out really well for them. So that out-of-the-box thinking that other people don't necessarily like isn't necessarily a bad thing, although it can be taken to the extreme, right? And so the message of this one is you are creating trouble through the wrong use of personal power. Failure of a plan may come about because of a wrong motive. Do not snoop into the affairs of others. You will get burned. You will feel cheated or wrong. So this big plan, when you're doing this, it's really important that you say that this is for the best and the highest good of all. It's a big dream and it has a lot of support. Use your superpower for good and not evil. Creative problem solving, seeing things that other people don't see, having that vision. That vision is so amazing. And so, as I used to tell my kids, use your powers for good and not evil. So if you are working towards something that is in the best and the highest good of all, if you ask for guidance from spirit for things that work really for everybody, the outcome ends up being really good, then you're on the right track, and people may not see the genius of what you're doing as you are doing it, and there may be people upset, but if you're doing it from the heart space, in a really positive heart space, then it'll be okay, because you have the Nine of Pentacles. You feel comfortable, safe, and at ease with yourself. There will soon be a pleasant period of being alone. A journey into nature can renew your outlook on life and recharge your energies. And so I feel like there's a shift, a change that's happening. You might be leaving a career. Where is this happening? Second house. Oh, money. Yeah. Okay, so it could be lots of things. It could be leaving a marriage. It could be leaving a career. It could be changing your mind about some kind of contractual obligation that you've made. And on the way out, you're trying to make sure that you're getting your due. And that's fine. Just stay in the highest good of all, okay? Because if you can do that, then, this alone time, this time where you are, the Nine of Pentacles is financially secure, on your own, able to take care of yourself. And so there's actually no reason to harm others, because you'll be fine. And I know this because you also have the Sun card. You have the Sun card. There's not probably a better card to get ever than the Sun card. And so the Sun card, even in reverse, the Sun is good. It doesn't matter. And so it says positive happenings leave you with a sense of freedom and joy. You may be blessed in material gain or recognition for your work. Good news is coming. So creative out-of-the-box thinking, yes. Don't self-sabotage. That's all. Don't self-sabotage. Oh, look, you have adventures and you have success. You have adventures and you have success. You are on your way. This is the flow of the abundance of the universe coming to you, bringing you things. This is magnifying opportunities. And then you have the success card, and we're going to read this one because I want to know what it says. That's how that works. Don't be afraid until you try something new. Oh, wait, you're Aquarius. We're okay. So the tropical jungle, it says, oh, I didn't even notice it. Look, there's a Black Panther. Excellent. Okay, tropical jungles are some of the richest and the most successful habitats on our planet. They have incredible diversity and a multitude of plant varieties and animal inhabitants. They are dense with life force that is rapidly growing and rapidly changing. The lushness of their vegetation is essential to the ecological health of the earth, and in many ways the success the planet depends on the rainforest. And I'm smiling because I just thought about this. Look, that Black Panther there reminds me of that Seven of Swords card. That is the stealth movement of going after the prey of what you want and springing it on people. There are areas that are called the lung. These areas are called the lungs of the planet, and the plants absorb carbon dioxide, produce oxygen, and help reduce the impact of worldwide climate change. In addition, thousands of plants and animal species may have medical properties that have yet to be discovered. So I have an Aquarius daughter. Lots of Aquariuses in my life. And when she was small, she used to pray for the rainforest and for the jaguars. And so that to have both of these show up here, just, I don't know, it's just making me smile. So here we go. Satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment are at hand. Success is waiting to expand in your life. Be ready to accept and embrace the success, for it might occur rapidly. All is possible. The gates of triumph are waiting to open. Being in a state of gratitude for the small successes in your life will give birth to the larger ones. Your satisfaction will come in many forms and from many areas of life. Celebrate it all. Breathe it all in, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This is an excellent time to make commitments, sign contracts, make deals. Good fortune will ensue. And again, because Mercury is in retrograde, I suggest that it is okay to do that. Just double check, triple check, quadruple check, all the fine print. Make sure you know exactly what's going on and maybe have a lawyer take a look at it too. All right, and so then we have, so we have compassion. We have Kuan Yin showing up. And so Kuan Yin coming when you have the Seven of Swords there, it could be that somebody pulls the Seven of Swords move on you. And so have compassion for the situation, have compassion for yourself though. But again, this compassion card with Kuan Yin, I feel like this is out of the box thinking for the best and the highest good of all. Don't go for the jugular just because you can, right? So embody compassion and open your heart to kindness. Understand the world and unconditional love and forgiveness. Kuan Yin is here to is here to protect and heal you, your loved ones, and you are safe. All is well. And then you have your intuition, the goose. Inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. And so I feel like you are leaving a situation behind and moving in a new direction. And there will be a time where you're just kind of out there on your own. And that is okay. You know, just be kind to yourself, but don't leave a trail of destruction behind you, right? Best and highest good of all. And you will find that you're very successful, right? You will reap what you sow. So make sure you're not sowing destruction. Okay. All right. That's good though. All right. You guys take care. I will look forward to chatting with you soon. Be sure to check out some of the video links below, whichever ones strike your fancy. All right. We'll talk soon. You take care.